What's going on, everybody? Hello and welcome back to the Automation Station here with the PeakBot team. I am Dylan Del Rosso, joined by my co-founder and co-host, Ben. Ben, this is episode 186.
Whoa, 186.
What are we going to do for 200? Nothing?
You know, we had this dilemma with episode 100 as well. And I think we said we were gonna like collectively get like 100 chicken nuggets from McDonald's between you, myself, and Thomas, and eat them live on camera. I don't know if I can do 33 nuggets.
What about 200? Yeah,
no, 200 would be crazy. That's what, 67 nuggets a piece?
We might have to switch it to like M&M's or Chips Ahoy. I could kill 60 Chips Ahoy.
I don't know if I can't do 60 Chips Ahoy, but 60 M&Ms. 60 M&Ms could be doable. Regular M&Ms, not the peanut M&Ms, because 66 peanuts, it's a lot of peanuts.
Not good. No, and like what's a little bit more? Maybe like the what are they called? Like from the movie theater with the things like nonpareils or whatever, like those little chocolate discs with like the little sprinkles on top. You have any idea what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, let's get some music going on. Yeah. We're going to get some licensed music that we're able to use. We're going to get into it. We have a lot to talk about.
We got taken down last week.
Yeah, because we used some music that we thought we might be able to use, and we were wrong. And sometimes you are wrong, and you got to live with it. But anyway,
you know where you can be wrong and still win? When you're selling options. Let's go.
By the way, Ben, my eye, I was worried backstage. It looks way worse when I'm this big. My left eye is so bad. I've been itching it all morning. I got the sniffles.
It doesn't look good now.
Here,
why don't we go with this view for today?
All right. Or I can just go turn my lamp on so it doesn't look so bad. And it is irritating. I will do that at one point and get up and turn that off. But anyway, let's talk about what we're doing today. All right. A lot going on. First of all, Trader Trivia. Okay, we're giving away a free month of PeakBot. All right, get started. Easiest way into PeakBot. Just answer our question correctly today. So hang tight for that. We're going to talk about a ton of stuff. Ben has a new approach for his strategy, the Ben bot. He's going to be talking about that today. We're going to be covering King AI like every other episode. How could we not? The bot is on fire. Okay, it has an 80-something% cash on cash return. I'll pull up the real data later here. And look, if you're trading on PeakBot, you're using King AI. And if you're not, what are you doing? Okay, so we're going to talk about that and much more today. We do have a flash sale starting next week for $500 off, $1,000 off. Anyway, again, a lot going on. We're going to go through all of it and more today. So Ben, did I miss anything, or should we just dive in?
No, I think we're good. Let's dive in. Do we want to start with Trader Trivia? Do we want to start with open trades? Do we want to talk about BenBot approach? You tell me.
You know what? People are kind of flowing in right now. Maybe we get into Trader Trivia right away. I'm going to go turn my lamp off and blow my nose, and you can run it.
All right, let's do it then. All right, here we are, Trader Trivia. If you've never done Trader Trivia before, this is how it's going to work. We are going to ask a question. You are going to answer that question by sending that answer to experience@peakbot.com. Do not worry, we are not going to add you to any sort of mailing list. We genuinely just want to give you one free month of PeakBot if you get the answer to the question correct when you email us. So the question to answer is, which U.S. stock exchange is known for having the largest floor trading area? Is it A, the New York Stock Exchange? Is it B, the NASDAQ? Is it C, SIBO, or D, Amex? Think about it. Send your answers over to experience@peakbot.com. If you get it right, we are going to email you back with a link to get started on PeakBot for free for 1 month. And you can only find this on Friday afternoons with Dylan and myself here on the Tradier Hub. Giving away free subscriptions every Friday.
I feel like this is a trick question. I feel like I'm overthinking it. I don't know the answer. I don't know if Ben knows the answer, but tell me what we're going to learn today. Give me a nice little fun fact here.
All right, Dylan, did you know that the average time that a stock remains in the S&P 500 has declined sharply So being included in that basket of 500 stocks that we call the market, right? It's dropped from about 30 years in the index to roughly just 5 years. And this shift illustrates how increasingly dynamic, innovation-driven, and competitive the modern market landscape has become. Stocks now cycle in and out of the index much faster, reflecting the need for strong fundamentals, consistent growth, and strategic agility to maintain a place in the benchmark. Now, it was the fun fact a couple weeks ago where we saw that the Mag 7 composed, I think it was like 30% of the weight of the S&P of SPX, S&P 500, right? So that is a heavily concentrated tip there that you got. And you've got companies cycling in and out. I actually saw something this morning. Oh man, what was it? It was a company that was being considered to join the S&P 500, and it was one of the companies we used to wheel. And I thought to myself, man, that's a risky play.
Yeah.
I want to say Carvana, but I know it wasn't Carvana.
All right. So if you think of it, you'll tell us.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, this is one of my favorite fun facts here. That is a really wild stat, truthfully. What it tells me is it's way harder to be great for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you don't hold your spot atop the leaderboard or at the top of your industry for 30 years anymore. Way too much.
Stay great.
Yep. Adapt or die. All right. Very cool.
Wonder,
well, hopefully, good.
I wonder if there's, companies that are just starting now. I wonder if there's any companies that will last 100 years now. Like it's pretty common now. We have companies now that have been around for 100 years, right? That's not a huge deal. But 100 years from now, I don't know that there's going to be companies that were around for 100 years.
PeakBot, and that's probably it. So to the moon. Or Mars. All right. So hopefully you emailed the answer to this question, your guess of what exchange is known for having the largest floor to experience at peakbot.com. Ben, I'm going to go with A. I hope it's not something else. But here's the other thing. Now, last thing, my brain's like, man, Manhattan real estate, we're tight. They're doing a lot with a little, right? They're doing a lot with a little most of the time.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not the case in other places. Go ahead. What is it?
Maybe. So, can we get a drum roll?
Oh, yeah. Wait. No, we could actually. Let's see how loud it goes. That's pretty good.
It is the New York Stock Exchange. You are correct, Dylan. The trading floor of the New York Stock Exchange in New York covers more than 60,000 square feet, making it the largest active stock exchange trading floor in the world. It handles billions of dollars in orders every single day.
Wow. All right, I'm digging that. Great stat, great trader trivia. Hopefully you emailed us. Hopefully you got it right. And if you did, you're going to get a free month to PeakBot, which right now includes 5 fully automated, 100% hands-free trading bots, option selling strategies in a bundle, all PeakBot strategies. And if you want to learn more about that, just go to our website, schedule some time, and we'll fully educate you on that. So Ben, we can go a couple different directions right now. We can go look at King AI results. We can talk about your new approach to BenBot. What do you want to do?
Let's do some King AI results. I know that's our hottest bot for sure right now. It's making a ton of money.
Yeah. So here, let's do this. I'm going to pull up. I got a screenshot here with some statistics, and then we can actually go to the live results screen if we would like. Give me 1 second here. All right. So pardon, this is just a screenshot that I took from earlier, but I think this makes the point here. Okay. So King AI, 1DTE SPX, Iron Condor. Okay. The bot has over 10 years of back-tested returns in which it's returned over 1,000%. I mean, ridiculous. Say what you want about back-tests. We at PeakBot here really care, and you should care, about what it's done since it's actually turned on. Live trades. That's what we've got here, okay? So real live results. The bot has launched September 17th. The bot has taken 36 trades in that time. 32 of the 36 are winning trades. That's an 88.8% win rate, as expected from our back tests, pretty much. ROI on this, how much cash has this made? This is per unit, okay? Over $1,600. Now, again, this is a $10 iron condor, okay? $10 wide iron condor on SPX. So you're using $1,000 per trade. You can be in today's and tomorrow's trade at the same time. So we say 2,000 is how much cash you actually need to deploy to trade this bot, 1 unit of this bot day in and day out. So cash on cash, over an 80% return. And that's fun. You're yawning, which, is a little insulting, but it's been a long week.
That is a large cash on cash return.
Yeah, very, very large. The other thing is, if we go, and of course we do a budget, we put a buffer of $10,000 per unit. No matter how you slice it, that's a 16% plus return over the last 2.5 months. So no matter how you want to slice this, awesome bot, awesome returns. And you can go to, what is it, Ben? PeakBot.com/KingAI results to view it. The full chart, which I'll just pull up here briefly. Just so people can get an idea. And it's just going to bring you to a Google spreadsheet, just like this one I have up on screen. Not just like it, it's this. It is. So here's all the trades. Been 3 for the last 3. We had a partial win, partial loss as of late as well. Here's those 4 losses. So I believe the average loss since launch is just under $700. The average win is just around $140 with an 88%, nearly an 89% win rate. So very profitable right now. So Ben, we're not in a position right now. No, I don't think so.
No. We there was a debate.
Why did we not have a trade?
There was a debate yesterday on this. So PCE, Michigan Consumer Sentiment, I think personal income/spending data was to be released today after market open. And the thought was, if inflation data, with all of that data coming out, you're removing just me. Okay. The thought was, if the data comes back with a different view on inflation than what the market is currently thinking. We have FOMC next week. If inflation was higher or lower, the Fed might change their minds on overall interest rate decisions. So with FOMC coming up next week, we felt it was going to be pretty volatile. If that data came back different than expected, we could have swung really far in either direction. Turns out data came in right around expectations. We should have kept calm and condored on, which is our motto here, but we did not. We played it safe. And hey, it's okay. It's okay. You just missed out on a day of trading. Next week, the bot will be off for FOMC. That's a no-brainer. We're not going to trade through FOMC. But for the most part, we are indeed going to keep calm and condor on.
Excellent. I want to just mention, for those of you who just saw the King AI results and you're like, how do I get in? Ben, can you put this in the chat, the peakbot.com/flash sale? I'm going to share the lander, the screen. If you could just put the link maybe on screen here.
Yep.
All right. So starting next week, and if you schedule a call sooner, well, it's Friday already, but starting next week, we have a great promotion running. It's the end of the year deal. Okay. Ben, I don't think there's a dash in the flash sale. At least there's not up on my screen here.
There should be. It actually exists on both.
Okay. All right.
Use the one with the dash.
All right. Cool. So thank you. So end of the year deal, we're getting $500 off your full suite of bots. That's PeakBot Pro. Okay. You're actually locking that rate in for life. So your annual subscription comes out to under $1,500 for 5 bots. Okay. That boils down to under $125 a month. And if you're talking about per bot, now we're talking about under $25 a month. Okay, so incredible value here. $500 off your annual subscription every year. Rate lock, your rates will never go up. So fantastic deal. Head on over to peakbot.com/flash sale. You can schedule time to learn more, or you can just pull the trigger and get into it. All right. So just wanted to mention. Thank you.
Great plug, Dylan. Great plug.
Thank
Love
you.
those types of plugs.
I'm a plug guy.
Big plug guy.
All right. Let's move on.
All right. I'm going to talk
BenBot.
BenBot. I am going to pull up the results sheet that I track personally for BenBot. There is a page you can go to view all of the BenBot results, and I think that's just peakbot.com/BenBot results.
I think so. Yeah, I'll check
results,
it out.
maybe.
I'll make sure.
Figure that out. So I want to highlight. Here's the equity chart, the equity curve here. We've been kind of sputtering out for a couple of months. We've had a bunch of really good trades, but really just like a couple of bad trades. And not that there was much we could have done about it. The market just fell out during those days, and in a cover call strategy, that's what's going to happen. So I took some time this week, and I was looking at, actually last week, and I was looking at what happened in July, what happened in October, also what happened in September and November, because even though those were winners, they weren't winning over 1%, right? And that's really the minimum threshold that we want to see is 1% per month. So I decided in December, I'm going to apply a slightly different methodology. Rather than going for the maximum gain on each position, I'm going to target a specific daily return. And for me right now, I'm targeting about $60.
Where do you want our heads, Ben? I want to keep us out of the way.
I don't care.
All right. You'll just do some zooming in when necessary. Yep.
Yeah. We'll remove some of that so we can see. So my daily target now is just $60. And why is it $60? Well, there's roughly, got to change that to 21, roughly 21 trading days in a month. And if we get an average of $60 every day, that's a 5% return monthly. That's a 60.5% return annually. That's competing with King AI, King Condor, our other bots, but with a ridiculously low drawdown. So the idea here is take more wins, take money off the table faster, take risk off the table faster. And if I'm targeting $60, really, I'm shooting for $75 in a day, and I know that I'm going to lose some days. And I wouldn't be mad if my total average came out to just $50 a day on average throughout the course of the month. So let's just take a look at how that's been performing for December, and let's compare it to previous months. So let's look at November. We did win November, but there were some big losses: minus 301, minus 350. Those were really two trades that really tore down our results. If we add up the entire month without those 2 days, we have a total of an $838 gain. So the question is, how do we avoid those days? In my mind, it is stricter rules for stopping, as well as taking money off of the table when it's there. Because as of late, at least, I've been noticing price will pop up in the morning and then kind of fizzle out towards the end of the day. In that fizzle, we're actually losing money. So if we look at the sizes for December, look, $77, bam, hit our target. Minus 56, we cut our losses a little bit earlier than we might have traditionally done in the past. Small loss.
Yep.
$89, we got our $75 early. $60 couldn't quite hit that 75, but hey, we'll take a $60 win versus a loss. And then today, we're already out of the trade. right? I took risk off the table 30 minutes after the bell because we got a nice pop up, and I want to take a look at that trade in just a second. But we hit our $75 win. So if we take all of these for this month and we take the average, we're right at a $49 average, which again, I said if we land around that $50 average after losses and wins, that's a big win for the month. If you look at that over the course of the entire year, that's a 50% return on the year with, again, ridiculously long drawdowns. Now, let's take a look at the chart, unless Dylan, you had something to say.
I would be okay if you did half that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
$25 a day is such a huge win. And look, it's easier. Of course, it's easier said than done. We're not waving a magic wand and getting that done. You know what I mean? But yeah, very, very good data here and encouraging data.
So let's take a look at the trade today. I'll actually hop over to my Tradier account. So this was my IWM position today. We got in for a total of 250.71, which was shares and covered call. And then we got out for 251.46. Now the fill time, as you can see here, was 10:13. So this was like 40 minutes after we entered. We entered at 9:33. We exited at 10:13. Bam, 40 minutes into the day, profited $75. We're happy. Everybody's happy. We take the win. So that was the trade today. If we look at the chart for today, let's go ahead and get that pulled up. Oh, by the way, the strike price that was traded was the 252 call. That's important to note here. So 252 call, let's look right here. 252 is right here. This was the line that we need to stay above for a full profit. This green line right here. As we can see, we got that nice pop up. We got another pop up. And I remember thinking to myself on this first pop up, I was thinking, okay, well, if we can hit our daily goal of like $60 to $75, let's do it. So I threw an order in for $75 gain. We filled, and then take a look at this. The market fell out, and we're already out with a win.
That's fun.
This is now a losing position because the market has fallen out.
Lower target, man. Lower target.
This happened again. Now, yesterday, for example, it would have, we would have left money on the table, but that's okay because we're shooting for some base hits here. We're just going for base hits. It did happen again earlier this week where we took profit earlier. It was this day. I think we sold the 247 strike on the 2nd. We got in, market dropped, we popped back up for a little bit, and then market fell out for the rest of the day, but we walked away with a win. So overall, I've been digging this approach. I think it might have happened on the 1st too. I've been digging this approach, and as we can see from the results sheet, it's working out. We're not seeing huge wins anymore, but that's okay. Those base hits stack up, and we're avoiding those big losses.
The big wins are meant for King AI. The big wins are meant for Shorebo. The big wins are meant for our trading style strategies. Ben, the reason why BenBot is loved by so many is because, and should be loved by more, is because it's the stability. The low drawdown is everything here. This should be the cornerstone of portfolios, not financial advice. It's how we play it. But anyway, I don't know. I just think, Ben, with this new approach, we'll need to track the max drawdown on this new approach, or should. We don't need to, but even given this, since live and bots make a ton of adjustments, approaches are always being updated. I think the max drawdown is still right around 3%. Did it get uglier there for a minute about a month ago? Do you think we ever lost more than 700, 800 at once? You don't have to. I'm just curious. I mean, we update it. We're transparent.
Yeah, maybe in like this time period right here. Like, let's take a look. If you started trading on this day, all the way to here, probably. Yeah, minus
1,400, call it.
1,400, call it. Yeah.
All right, so now we're talking a max drawdown of 6%, roughly.
Yeah, 1,400 divided by 25. 5.6%.
All right, we'll update that.
Cool.
We do it live, you know what I mean?
And then just in terms of dollar return, if we average $50 a day, that's a $12,600 return on the entire year trading BenBot.
That's awesome. I'm excited about this new approach. Do you want to give people what the live cumulative, we'll call it since launch? It's not year to date because you started trading this end of March, I believe.
Yeah.
So there it is.
This is the table right here. We're sitting right about a 13% return, getting outperformed by IWM slightly. We probably, will by the end of the year. But I think with this new approach, 2026 is going to look incredible.
Couldn't agree more. Pumped about the BenBot. Too late to change the name, Ben. I know you wanted to at one point, but it's yours now.
I guess.
All right. Excellent. So we've discussed BenBot. We've discussed the new approach. We've talked about King AI. We've talked about, we actually have some wheel updates coming. We presented on that this week at Mad Hedge, some great Synergy Traders Summit. And we'll be talking about that more and more as we go. In fact, Ben, maybe we move our Monday show, Man and Machine, into the wheel updates as they're being made. Another thing for us to discuss on the educational side of things. So what else do you think here, man? I know we're coming up on the half-hour mark, but I think we've hit the big things. Do we want to discuss anything else, either between partners, launches? We can talk about maybe our partner, Arlissa, over at Educator to Trader. She's a lot of excitement behind her copy trading platform that we just launched. I'll pull up the link, and I think it's peakbot.com/educator to trader.
Yep.
It is amazing that our brain retains this much and also forgets. I forget as many of these as I
I've got it up, by the way.
You beat me to it.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man. Let me get the link up on screen. Ben, why don't you explain just at a high level what our list is doing while I put this on screen, and then we'll go into economic events.
Awesome. Yeah. So like our other copy traders, what you were going to do is basically mirror what's happening in Arlissa's account. Arlissa has been trading a 0DT SPX strategy all year, and she's seeing phenomenal results. You could look at the total statistics here. She's made about $32,000 trading this strategy. Total return of about 1,600%, really incredible. She's not using that much cash to do it. The average monthly return is doubling your investment. So, hey, if she keeps that up, there are going to be a lot of people wanting to copy her. We're probably going to have to put a cap on that. But as market changes, and as things progress, as we always say, we not expect past results to indicate future results. This is just what she's done over the last year. Like I said, you really don't need a lot of cash to trade here. She trades SPX and IWM, 0DTE. She does not day trade because she uses the PDT hack. If you're not familiar with the PDT hack, sign up and you'll get familiar with it real quick. But it allows small accounts to lock in gains without having to exit a position and without having to take a day trade. This is only available on Tradier.
Awesome. Very exciting. A lot of people have signed up for this in a short amount of time. She'll be getting her trade started here next week or the week after. So a very exciting exclusive to Tradier, as Ben mentioned. So, all right, man. Ben, let's get into some economic events. I'll give you a second to switch your screen, and then we can wrap this thing up.
Cool. All right. So as we mentioned, we've got core PCE data today, Michigan consumer sentiment report, personal income, personal spending. Not much going on this afternoon. Looking ahead to Monday, not much going on Monday, so we will have the 1DTs from today going into Monday. On Tuesday morning, we've got Jolts, we've got 10-year note auction, we've got the first day of FOMC, and then of course on Wednesday, we've got the Fed interest rate decision at 2 p.m. Eastern, and we got the press conference starting at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. So bots will be off Monday into Tuesday, Tuesday into Wednesday, and Wednesday into Thursday, just due to extended volatility. And then Thursday, we've got PPI data, lots of data here. We got a 30-year bond auction. And then going into next Friday, we've got some Fed speeches, but really, that's it. Not much else happening next Friday. So Thursday into Friday, the 1DTs will be on, as well as the 0DTs.
All right. So less action next week toward the middle of the week, but for good reason, right? Best trade is no trade, especially on a lot of these strategies when there's volatility like this brewing. So awesome, Ben. I think that pretty much covers it, man. We will be live again on Monday morning with our second show here on the Tradier Hub, Man and Machine. Maybe we'll have Mark joining us. No, not this month. But anyway, we will be live again Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. And as always, we'll see you at the peak.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.